I am going to be trying to beat the rocket balloon event without losing, and with all of these restrictions holding me back, I have to make it to the end of the event track using only armies that have at least one rocket balloon in them. I can only use 6 armies throughout the challenge, and if I don't get a 3-star, I delete that army. Once it's deleted, the army and the siege machine being used with it are banned, and also I have to nickname each army. Let's get into this. I start the challenge off by collecting my free ice cubes, which were enough to unlock the Rocket-loons. For some reason, I don't have footage for this, but this is how the first game went. I modified my normal lava loon army to have some Rocket-loons in it. Then I went to multiplayer battles and spammed my troops and got a 2-star. But whatever, let's move on to the second game. For game 2, I will be using a queen charge lava loon attack, where I've basically added a few Rocket-loons. This army will be named Lalo. Game 2. I start this game off with the goal of clearing this entire section with my queen and flame flinger, so my hound and loons basically have 0 resistance when they rip this base apart. I deploy the queen, king and the flame flinger. My queen takes his queen and my healers come under some heavy fire. The good thing about having rocket loons is that they quickly take care of air defenses assaulting my healers. After my queen destroys the eagle, I send in the main army. Near the end, there's not much left, but the heroes and a few remaining troops are able to secure the 3-star. In the second attack, I wanted the queen to take this top section, but you know queens, they are quite moody, so my queen decides to swerve to the bottom and goes for this instead. So as a failsafe, I set my flame flinger to take care of the buildings on the top, but it's unable to do anything about the enemy queen, so when I send my main army in, she destroys it, resulting in my time failing this attack. And with that, we're already down 2 armies right off the bat. For the third attack, I follow my lazy trend of sticking random rocket balloons into pre-existing armies and creating this abomination. You know what? That's its name now. Here's how the first attack went. I tried to get my queen to charge in from the bottom and take out this compartment, but she was in a mood to get a tan, so she ran straight into a single target Inferno Tower. Thankfully, I was able to freeze it before she burned to a crisp. I sent my army in and they completely dodged the eagle, so this singular balloon had to take care of it, but by that time it was already too late and I had already lost too many miners and hogs, and we face a painfully slow failure. With a pretty pathetic act of desperation, I kind of violate my own rules and basically made a very similar army to the previous one. Anyway, this base had all the important things I would like to take out, nicely packaged in one compartment, perhaps a little too convenient, but I was not gonna let it go. So I charged my queen into that compartment, but I spent way too much time focused on the queen. Anyway, without even a slight hesitation, I start another game, like a gambler going for one more spin after losing his life savings. But this time, I was gonna win it big. I was gonna win it all. At this point, I'm down 4 armies and have only 2 left. If I don't clutch it up, I mean a proper 1v5 ace squad wipe type of clutch, I'm cooked. I need to stop fooling around and actually use an army I'm good with. So I cook up the super witch and make an army with it, and obviously add a rocket loon to my army and do something I should have done a long time ago, which is practice with the army I just made. So after practicing for a bit and 3-starring all of my saved layouts, I was feeling quite confident. It was time I pick up this challenge and actually finish what I started. Game 1 with the super witches. I played safe. A bit too safe perhaps. This first game was against an extremely rushed base. Not as rushed as mine to be honest, but still rushed enough. So this game was extremely easy, but it did restore my morale, so that's good. Moving on to game 2. I start off by taking out an Inferno Tower. Then I set the funnel with my super witches and golems. Then I send in the remaining troops. I stagger the slammer for a bit and send it a bit later. Then I activate the warden ability when everything is low health, and the king and the big boys clean this up, making sure we survive this game. Game 3. While destroying the Inferno, I missed the queen and accidentally activate the Giga Tesla. But whatever, I then create the funnel, I jump the queen into the middle section and she takes care of the eagle, town hall and an Inferno Tower. Also for some reason, like 2 of the golems just randomly decide to tank for her, ensuring she lives throughout the game. And while that was happening, the Stone Slammer and the CC loons that came out of it absolutely destroyed the right hand side of the base. My heroes and troops finished this base off for a nice 3-star. Through the miracles of matchmaking, me sitting in Champions 3, about to enter Champions 2 as a Town Hall 12, was matched with a Town Hall 11 Master 1, and obviously I took this opportunity Well, anyways, I took out an Inferno Tower, and damn, look at how much damage that did to the Eagle Artillery. I set the funnel and set my main army in, the Slammer on the right side, and activated the Warden ability when one of my golems were about to become a Lava Hound by virtue of this Inferno Tower, and after that it was smooth sailing and we got another 3-star. Okay, this match is actually against a fair opponent. I take out this Inferno Tower, send my witches in, and then the rest of my army. I wanted the Slammer to take out the Inferno Towers, by the way. If some of you guys are wondering what the purpose of the rocket balloon in this army is, that singular rocket balloon is here to scout for air mines. Anyway, my queen single-handedly destroys the town hall and then the Eagle Artillery, while the rest of my army clears the building from the sides, and with that, a huge chunk of my army being still alive, we cleared up for another perfect 3-star. This next base had pretty high level defenses but very low level heroes. Seriously, who levels up their bases like this? Anyways, judging the base aside, I take out the queen and the Inferno Tower, doing a lot of damage to the Eagle in the process, and then I deploy my main army, wall break them in, and since this base was so compact, I was able to use the jump spell to make my army jump over 2 walls. Once at the core of the base, they threw everything, and I was able to get another 3-star. At this point, we have made some nice progress on the track, just 35 points away from the victory. That's like 5 games off from winning this challenge. The next game, I again attack somebody with high level defenses but low level heroes. Seriously, why do people do this? Anyway, I destroy this Inferno Tower and the Archer Tower, and then I send my army in. But most of my troops went to the center, but I don't know why my warden was doing this. I needed him in the center to keep my heroes alive, but he was busy chasing these 3 busty women. Anyways, due to this negligence, my king dies, but the queen and the witches secure the 3-star. I started the game off by converting the enemy archer crane into a lightning rod and destroying this Inferno Tower in the process, and then I send my army in. Also, damn, this Rocket-loon did some work before dying. Bro took out like 3 buildings. Great work, fallen comrade. After that, my army makes it to the center of the base and decimates everything. I get a nice warden ability off, and with most of my army alive, we clean this base for a nice 3-star. At this point, we're only 3 tiers away from winning, and also I got promoted to champions too, so that's nice. Moving on to the next game, I start this game off by activating the town hall's defenses again. I send my main army from the top and the stone slammer from the left hand side to destroy the Inferno Tower, and after my army made it to the core, the rest of the base crumbled. And next game, well, we lost, but we're only 1 game away from victory, and remember, we still have 1 more army slot left. So let me cook this Blizzard Lalo army up, and then we attack a helpless Town Hall 11 for a perfect 3-star. Epic win. Let's try and see how much progress I can make in the bonus track, bruh.